The golden nectar of the Americas. Honey and its secrets. Many people have experienced this. Before bed, dissolving a tablespoon of pure honey into warm milk and drinking it. The sleep that follows is often deeper, more peaceful, and more refreshing. Waking up the next day, there's a feeling of revitalized energy. This wonderful experience is more than just an old wives' tale or a placebo effect. Modern nutritional science and medical research support it. Honey, often called liquid gold, is far more than just a flavoring for breakfast and desserts. It's a valuable nourishment that has been cherished for centuries across diverse cultures and found its place in the hearts and traditions of people in the Americas. For generations, Native American tribes have revered honey not only as a food source, but also as a medicine, using it to treat a variety of ailments. They have deep knowledge of its healing properties passed down through generations of oral tradition, with each tribe developing its own unique methods and uses for this natural sweetener. Looking at the ancient Aztec civilization, honey from the Melipona bee was considered sacred and was used in rituals, medicine, and even as a form of tribute. The remarkable properties of honey are demonstrated by its natural preservation abilities. Pure honey, properly stored, can last for years without spoiling thanks to its high sugar content and low water activity, which inhibit the growth of most microorganisms. This natural antibacterial quality is one of the key reasons why honey is considered a valuable health food. But honey's true value goes beyond its shelf life. Consuming a small amount daily can gradually help the body repair and strengthen itself. In the following sections, we'll systematically explore the numerous health benefits of honey and teach you how to choose, use, and store it effectively. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. This is the best way to support our continued content creation. Now let's begin our sweet exploration and delve into the 8 major benefits of honey, injecting new vitality into your health. 1. Sleep aid and relaxation. We often think of sleep as simply rest, but it's also a golden period for the body's self-repair and deep maintenance. This entire repair system relies heavily on a critical organ, the liver. The liver needs a continuous and stable energy supply throughout the night. This is where honey shines. Honey is naturally rich in glucose and fructose. These simple sugars can be quickly absorbed by the body, providing direct and efficient fuel for the liver's hard work at night, including metabolism, detoxification, and cell regeneration. Many people wake up inexplicably between 3 and 4 a.m. feeling anxious and restless. Often this stems from low blood sugar levels at night. The body then activates an emergency mechanism, secreting adrenaline to raise blood sugar. This stress hormone also wakes the brain from deep sleep. A tablespoon of honey before bed can prevent this by providing a steady release of energy, allowing the liver to work peacefully and ensuring the brain stays in a deep, uninterrupted sleep cycle. Besides providing energy, honey can also subtly regulate our neurochemistry. It helps promote the brain's secretion of serotonin, known as the happiness hormone, which can help calm emotions and relieve stress. At night, the body naturally converts daytime serotonin into melatonin, the key signal substance that guides us to sleep and ensures sleep quality. Compared to the forced drowsiness induced by sleeping pills, honey offers a gentle, safe, and side effect-free natural sleep aid. Therefore, it's often particularly effective for people with poor sleep quality, those prone to waking up easily or experiencing restless nights, those who are mentally taxed by work stress, and women in menopause or middle-aged and older men. 2. Digestive system. Repair. In today's fast-paced world, digestive issues have become a common health concern for many. Irregular eating habits, rushed meals, and constant psychological stress gradually erode the health of our digestive system, leading to stomach pain, bloating, constipation, and even acid reflux. We must recognize that the digestive system is much more than just an organ for digesting food. It's the body's largest immune defense system and a second brain that influences our emotions. Here, honey acts as a gentle and efficient internal repair expert. Scientific research has found that honey contains hydrogen peroxide, various organic acids and flavonoids, all natural antibacterial substances, which can effectively combat Helicobacter pylori, the #1 culprit for stomach health. Long-term growth of this bacterium is a major cause of chronic gastritis, gastric ulcers, and even stomach cancer. Moreover, honey can form a thin, effective natural protective layer on the stomach lining, acting like a protective film for the gastric mucosa. This can buffer the direct stimulation of stomach acid, especially beneficial for people with chronic gastritis or a tendency toward ulcers. The oligosaccharides in honey are an excellent food source for beneficial bacteria in the gut. This natural prebiotic effect can promote the growth of good bacteria while suppressing the growth of harmful bacteria. This not only means smoother bowel movements, but more importantly, a healthy gut flora can strengthen the immune system, reduce allergic reactions, and positively impact mood through a strong gut-brain axis connection. Therefore, although honey isn't a medicine, it's undoubtedly a comforting and natural daily remedy for those with irregular schedules, those who frequently eat out, and those troubled by constipation or diarrhea. 3. Anti-cancer and anti-aging. Many may wonder, since honey is sweet, how can it be linked to anti-cancer properties? The key is that genuine natural mature honey is fundamentally different from industrially refined sugar. It's more like a natural treasure trove containing abundant active nutrients. Honey contains dozens of precious plant polyphenols and flavonoid compounds. These powerful antioxidants can act as cell guards in our bodies, effectively neutralizing harmful molecules called free radicals, thereby reducing oxidative damage to cellular DNA and preventing abnormal cell mutations, building a cancer-preventing firewall for the body. Multiple medical studies from various countries have indicated that certain active components in honey can induce programmed cell death or apoptosis in cancer cells and inhibit the formation of new blood vessels in tumors, showing potential adjuvant therapeutic value for a variety of cancers. In addition, for patients undergoing chemotherapy, honey can to some extent alleviate side effects such as oral mucositis and nausea. Many nutritionists advise patients to consume it moderately to help supplement strength and alleviate discomfort. So, besides its potential in the field of anti-cancer properties, what secrets does honey hold in resisting aging? We know that a major driving force behind bodily aging is chronic inflammation and oxidative stress. The accumulated free radicals constantly attack our cells, leading to sagging skin and reduced organ function. The natural antioxidants in honey can activate key anti-aging enzyme systems in the body, thereby slowing down the pace of aging. At the same time, its rich content of B vitamins, amino acids, and various minerals are important raw materials for promoting collagen synthesis, helping to improve skin elasticity and water retention, making the skin appear firmer and more hydrated. Many middle-aged and elderly friends and women who have consistently consumed honey for a long time have shared similar experiences. Their complexion has become rosier. Their lips are no longer as prone to chapping, and the dullness of their skin has improved. These are concrete manifestations of the gentle conditioning of the body from the inside out by honey. It's not a quick-fix magic bullet, but a slow, sustainable health regimen that can be trusted for a long time and has no side effects. 4. Blood sugar stability. Since honey is so sweet, can people with diabetes consume it? This is almost the first question that everyone concerned about blood sugar health asks when facing honey. In fact, this is a widely circulated health myth. Yes, honey does contain sugar, but its components are mainly natural glucose and fructose. These simple sugars can be quickly utilized by the body and are less likely to cause sharp fluctuations in blood sugar, unlike sucrose and white sugar. More importantly, Honey is accompanied by rich polyphenols, phytochemicals, and trace elements such as zinc and magnesium. These active substances help improve insulin sensitivity, improve insulin resistance, and allow blood sugar to be more stably utilized by cells. Therefore, can people with diabetes consume honey? The answer is yes, but it must be with conditions and used wisely. Experts recommend following these safety principles. Strictly control portions. The total daily intake should not exceed a small teaspoon, about 5 to 7 grams. Smart food pairings. It's best to consume it with foods rich in protein or dietary fiber, such as plain yogurt or oatmeal, to lower the overall glycemic index. Grasp the consumption. Timing. Avoid consuming it on an empty stomach. It's recommended to consume it within 30 minutes after a meal. Choose high-quality pure honey. Be sure to choose a pure natural honey that has not been artificially processed without any added syrups. The most important thing is to understand that the sweetness of honey does not equal an absolute prohibition. As long as the method is correct and the amount is controlled, it can also become a gentle collaborator in blood sugar management, allowing healthy living to retain a hint of sweetness. 5. Cardiovascular protection. Cardiovascular health is one of the most concerning issues for middle-aged and elderly people. Problems such as high blood pressure, high blood lipids, and arteriosclerosis often threaten our health unnoticed. Fortunately, we can build an effective line of defense through wise choices in daily diet. Honey is one such often overlooked but simple and easy-to-use natural choice. The flavonoid polyphenol and organic acid compounds contained in honey are all very strong natural antioxidants. One of their core roles is to inhibit the oxidation of low-density lipoprotein, or LDL, commonly known as bad cholesterol. This process is a key link in causing atherosclerosis and thrombus formation. In addition, honey is a good source of natural minerals such as potassium, magnesium, and calcium. These trace elements help dilate blood vessels, help maintain stable blood pressure, thereby reducing the workload of the heart. Many people experience symptoms such as cold and numb hands and feet after sitting for a long time, shortness of breath when walking, and lack of energy, which may be related to poor blood circulation. The moistening properties of honey help improve the body's microcirculation. Of course, it should be specifically reminded that since honey itself also has some anticoagulation properties, friends who are taking anticoagulant drugs, such as aspirin, should first consult a doctor before using it. Many middle-aged and elderly friends who insist on 1 tablespoon of honey daily have reported that the frequency of their heart disease attacks has decreased, and their blood pressure is no longer as volatile as it used to be. In the final analysis, honey is not a quick-acting therapy that replaces drugs, but more like a natural ally that accompanies you for a long time and silently protects your cardiovascular health. 6. Immune regulation. Whenever seasons change and temperatures fluctuate, we always see many people around us start to catch colds and cough, especially for middle-aged and elderly friends whose resistance is gradually declining. A minor illness may drag on for weeks. Instead of passively taking medicine after the fact, it is better to proactively strengthen the defense line for the immune system beforehand. In this regard, honey is an excellent natural immune regulator. Its mechanism of action is twofold. On the one hand, it is rich in vitamin C, B vitamins, zinc, selenium, and other trace elements that are essential for the operation of immune cells. On the other hand, the natural polysaccharides it contains can effectively activate macrophages and T cells in the body, enhancing the body's ability to fight against external germs and viruses. This shows that honey not only prevents colds, but also fundamentally optimizes the reaction speed and recovery ability of our entire immune system. When you start to feel unusual discomfort from a cold, such as a dry and itchy throat, you can try some natural honey recipes. For example, honey lemon. Warm water can effectively soothe the throat and reduce inflammation, while honey ginger tea can bring warmth to people who are afraid of the cold. Honey is also beneficial for children's growth development and resistance improvement. However, please be sure to keep in mind that infants under 1 year old are absolutely prohibited from consuming any honey products to prevent the risk of botulism infection. In the post-epidemic era, improving one's own immunity has become a common goal for everyone. Honey provides a daily protection plan that does not require additional purchases, has no side effects, and can be easily adhered to. A simple tablespoon every day is both nourishing the body and recharging one's own immune shield. 7. Oral health care. When it comes to oral health care, many people will subconsciously equate sweets with tooth decay, thus becoming suspicious of honey. But the opposite is true. In terms of oral care, pure natural honey is not a destroyer, but an excellent guardian. Honey is effective in this regard because of its natural antibacterial and anti-inflammatory properties. It can effectively inhibit the growth of a variety of oral pathogens, especially those that cause dental caries and periodontal problems such as Streptococcus mutans. This can also improve the problems of dry mouth and bad breath caused by decreased saliva secretion. In addition, honey's nourishing and soothing effects on the throat are also highly recommended. For professional groups that need to use their voices for a long time, such as teachers, lecturers, or singers, a cup of warm honey water is like a moisturizing mask for the vocal cords, which can quickly relieve dryness, itching, and hoarseness in the throat. It is a very practical professional maintenance product. You can try gargling with honey water after getting up in the morning or containing 1 tablespoon before going to bed, letting it slowly melt in your mouth, continuously nourishing the mucous membrane. For middle-aged and elderly friends, healthy oral cavity is not only related to comfortable eating, but also the key to ensuring nutrient absorption. Honey is such an intimate companion that can take care of both the oral cavity and the throat at the same time. 8. Relieving stress and anxiety. The fast pace of modern life puts many people's mental world in a state of tension for a long time. The pressure of work, family, and interpersonal relationships often manifests as lingering anxiety, irritability, and a brain that doesn't shut down when lying in bed at night. This physical and mental imbalance is often closely related to autonomic nerve disorders and fluctuations in blood sugar. At this time, the role played by honey is more like a mental stress reducer. It can gently assist the brain in secreting more serotonin. This neurotransmitter can bring relaxation and a sense of stability, effectively combating daytime tension. When the tide of emotions calms down, a peaceful sleep at night will come naturally. The body will naturally convert this tranquility accumulated during the day into sleep-promoting melatonin, thereby guiding us into a truly relaxed and high-quality sleep cycle. Many people who have practiced this have shared that the most obvious change after developing the habit of having 1 tablespoon of honey before bed is the calmness of their mood. Instead of relying on aimlessly scrolling through their phones before bed to exhaust their energy, they can naturally feel relaxed and more easily let go of daytime thoughts. For menopausal women or office workers who often overthink and whose sleep is affected by emotional fluctuations, this kind of inner comfort is particularly valuable. Therefore, rather than saying that honey is a dessert, it is better to say that it is a lullaby that soothes the mind. It helps us unload the mental burden and allows tight thoughts to be relieved, thereby ushering in a peaceful night's sleep in a peaceful and natural way. Now that you have learned about the many health benefits of honey, we come to the most practical part: how to choose, eat, and match pure honey correctly so that every tablespoon of honey can exert its due value. How to choose good honey. Look at the label. Give priority to products that have good reputation, clear labels, and are marked as pure honey. Avoid synthetic honeys with sugar syrups added to the ingredients. Crystallization. Many people mistakenly think that crystallization is deterioration. On the contrary, being prone to crystallization and having a thick texture are often characteristics of natural high-quality honey. How to eat. Most effectively. Timing. A cup of warm honey water on an empty stomach in the morning can gently start the digestive system, while 1 tablespoon before bed at night can help relax the body and mind and improve sleep quality. Temperature control. The water temperature for brewing honey should not exceed 40 degrees Celsius. Too high temperatures will destroy its precious enzymes and active nutrients. Dosage. The daily recommended amount is 1 to 2 tablespoons. Do not take too much to avoid excessive sugar intake. How to store without deteriorating. Room temperature. Storage. Place the honey at room temperature in a cool, dry place. No refrigeration is required, as low temperatures will accelerate its crystallization. Clean use. Be sure to use a clean and dry spoon when taking honey to prevent moisture or impurities from entering the bottle to avoid deterioration. Having seen this, I believe you have a new understanding of this tablespoon of sweet gift from nature. Perhaps we have all once ignored his gentle and lasting power. Honey is not a panacea that can turn the tide, but more like a trusted health partner that blends into daily life. His power lies not in instantaneous change, but in the gentle nourishment day after day, helping us adjust our physique repair functions and soothe emotions imperceptibly. A tablespoon of honey may not immediately subvert your life, but it can inject vitality into your morning and bring tranquility to your night. When this simple persistence becomes a habit, after years of accumulation, the body will eventually remember this sweetness-derived happiness. If you also agree with this gentle and powerful health wisdom, please subscribe to our channel and like this video. Every like you give is the greatest motivation for us to continue to explore and share more practical health knowledge. You are also welcome to share your stories or practical experiences with honey in the comment area below. Your experience may inspire and help more people. I wish everyone can have a healthy and sweet day. See you in the next video.